What's going on, guys? You found Bottom Tier Collector, and I am your host, The Bearded One. As always, thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting on my videos. Any support you give me is much appreciated. I want to preface this video right away. You're possibly going to hear some background noise. For those of you new viewers that don't know, I'm trapped in a closet. I've been between homes, so I have to deal with the environment. If I'm going to film videos, I have to put up with the environment I'm given. And the environment is we're in a closet, and right outside my son is watching YouTube. So just bear with me on the background noise. I know it's a turn off. When I hear certain background noise, it can be off-putting and take me out of the video. So I'm saying that to just say, please bear with me and thank you for watching my video. So let's get into the haul here. This is part 2 of the haul from the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. This, I about knocked over my books. About had a heart attack there. This is the bulk of the haul right here. I murdered this one vendor selling dollar books. They alphabetically ordered all their books, so I was like, if they're going to alphabetically order these things, and I don't have to just tediously look through every book, which I will do if I'm at an LCS, a brick and mortar store that I go to frequently. I'm familiar with the inventory. I will meticulously go through every single issue, but when I'm at a con, I'm trying to move from vendor to vendor, table to table. I'm trying to quickly scan to see what you got. And if you alphabetically order, because I know what I want and I buy what I want, I'm definitely hyper focused right now in my purchasing. I've cut out all the new books, mostly for financial stuff, but there's a little reason in there. You can't go for these bigger back issue fish if you're always spending all your money on your new fish, your new books. So that's another reason why I've cut out the repile. I'll get back into buying new comic book day books. I'm not anti-current books. In fact, there's a couple series I really miss. Anyways, let's get off that. They alphabetized their books, and they didn't have any labels, but I just kind of was figuring it out. Like, okay, all these start with D, and then I would be hitting F's, and I'm like, okay, so if this is the case, if you're going to alphabetize your books, I slid over, I looked through some letters that I might be looking for other characters, like D for Demon, and I need 2017 Justice League of America, like 3 books, and I've completed that run, what I want from that run, all the covers I want and stuff. But then I slid over to the W's because I'm collecting Wolverine. My biggest, I would say my second biggest collecting goal is to have every single first print cover A of Wolverine on every Wolverine Legacy blue chip ongoing. And I murdered this vendor's dollar bin books. So I'm going to split this up. I'm going to give you guys some pause points. I don't have the fancy video editing to actually give you pause points, and my channel is definitely not monetized, so I can't put the ads in there to break up this video, but I will mention which volume of Wolverine we're going to be covering. And that can give you a pause point in case this video runs a little long, because I know these haul videos just get kind of monotonous after a while, especially when the hauls are huge. So first up, this is going to be Marvel Comics Presents. I'm also collecting Marvel Comics Presents. A bit of a casual hunt for me, and when I say casual hunt, what I mean by that is, if I've got gas in the tank, the extra money to spend, and I'm finding Marvel Comics Presents in dollar bins, and I've got the room, I'll pick them up. But that's about it. I don't actually actively seek Marvel Comics Presents. Now, that will change. My priorities will be shifting to Marvel Comics Presents in the future, as, again, I'm winding down these Wolverine Legacy runs. But for now, it's just a casual hunt. If I find them, so be it. It's got to be $1 though. I'm not trying to overspend on Marvel Comics Presents. But yeah, let's get into it. Just 5 books here. Marvel Comics Presents 51. Marvel Comics Presents 91. I can't decide if I want to complete the whole run. Well, I'll go further into that when I finish up. Marvel Comics Presents 93. Marvel Comics Presents 100. This is one of my favorite covers. I really like that. Wolverine holding up the 100 and Ghost Rider being on top. And then Marvel Comics Presents 130. One thing I'll say at this con, these vendors had crispy books. Crispy books. I mean, all of these Marvel Comics Presents 8.0 bare minimum. Some of these, this one could be a 9.0. I mean, crispy books. Granted, they were $1, so that's not like I'm trying to get them slabbed. They're not keys or anything, but really, really cool that the vendors had some crispy books. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to complete Marvel Comics Presents, get every issue. I'm really only in Marvel Comics Presents for Wolverine. That's what I care about. So, you know, as I'm collecting Marvel Comics Presents, I'll just have to make the decision for myself if I want to get all these Ghost Rider only issues or not. We'll have to see. Next up, we're doing Volume 2. So you can pause here and come back to it later, or just keep rolling with me. Not as many books as I would like for issue 2. However, or did I say issue 2? Volume 2. However, I'm almost done. I've almost completed the run. I'm so close, and I got the biggest book. Well, possibly the biggest book I have left. And I'm excited. I'm excited about how close I am. And I could clean up the run on eBay in the next month if I wanted to. So first up, the biggest book I had left to purchase that was standing in my way of completing the run, Wolverine 10. I finally got it. I paid $20, which the reason I paid $20 is because the hype surrounding this book and the fact of I'm pretty sure this book is going up from here. So I kind of use speculation and investing, that kind of mindset, to justify this purchase of $20. However, the collector in me, somebody that's found single digit Wolverine books in you know, for cover price or for $5, it's hard for me to pay $20 for this. But I did. You know, sometimes you just got to realize you're not going to find a book for much cheaper than what you're finding it. And even though a book is worth what you're willing to pay, sometimes you got to realize I'm never going to have this book if I'm just going to be a cheapskate. So that's why I paid $20. I'm glad to have it in the collection. It's not in my way anymore. So now, after this, after I've cataloged this into my CLZ app, I can finally say I have the first 133 issues of Wolverine Volume 2. That is awesome to say. Next up, I found this book for like, it must have been slabbed or something. It was on consignment on my comic shop, I think, or even on eBay. I found this book in like 9.8 on the internet for like hundreds of dollars. I had cover B, still have it. Don't know if I'm going to get rid of it or not, because I don't like multiples. I just would rather have cover A. And finally, I found this in the dollar bin, so I decided, you know what, let's upgrade that cover B to that holographic cover A. That's Wolverine issue 100, by the way. Alright, I'm back. I got a little distracted. You heard the door knocking. Spider-Man has decided he wants to be in the video. And you gonna hold the books for me, Spider-Man? Alright, so last book was issue 100, that hologram. I upgraded that cover B. Now I got that Wolverine 100 hologram cover A. Next up we got Wolverine 136. Alright, Spider-Man, you wanna hold the book?
Yeah.
And this issue we got 145. Paid $4 for this one. I learned this is cover B, so I need there's a gold foil where the claws are gold foil, that's cover C, and then there's like a silver chromium, whatever foil. That's the silver chrome claws are cover A. This is the cover B, the standard cover, if you just have regular colors and not like a foil or chromium like enhanced cover thing of 145. However, I have 145. That's all that matters for now, but I will be looking for the silver chromium upgrade version. Alright, let's put this one down. Here, I'm going to give you the next book, okay? Here's the next book. Come here. You going to look at the camera, big boy? Alright, next up, paid $2.25 for these. This was in a... I think it was one book for $3 a piece or 5 for $10. So I hit that 5 for $10.
Daddy.
Wolverine 147. What? Wolverine 147. Want to watch your show? Yeah. All right. Spider-Man's going to leave us. He's going to go back to New York and save the neighborhood. Hey, Owen, say bye to everybody.
Bye.
All right, hope y'all enjoyed that friendly neighborhood visit from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Got the books right here. And continue on with Volume 2. Wolverine 148. This is the part of the Age of Apocalypse storyline. I think that's the one they made that movie out of. So when I decide to finally start reading Wolverine, which I could probably start now since I can go all the way to 133, and by the time I even get to 133, I'll have the collection collected, I would assume. But once I get to that Age of Apocalypse storyline, I'm probably going to find a trade or an omnibus or something, because I'm going to get the story in full. But that's pretty cool that I have some of that storyline that was made into a movie. Next up, we got Wolverine 156. And then another semi-big cover. You know, if you're in the right store that knows what they're selling, the right vendor, Wolverine 161, can sometimes be found for like $10. Especially on the eBays. So that's Volume 2. You can pause here, go about your day, or you can just keep on rolling with me. And if you keep on rolling, or you come back to the video, thank you for watching my content. Next up, this is going to be Wolverine Volume 3. This is the run I murdered at that dollar bin vendor. Yeah. Check that out. Big old haul. Big old haul, as my wife would say. That's the biggest book I want to show you guys at the end. So I got Wolverine Annual Number 2. Wolverine 21. Wolverine 22. A lot of these Marvel Knights. I filled in a lot of the Marvel Knights era of Wolverine. Love green dress Jean Grey. Blech. That is a tongue twister for me to say. So this is Wolverine 25. Wolverine 26. Wolverine 26. I don't know why I just did that. It just felt like a good thing to do. Wolverine 28. So we got some John Romita Jr. I don't care for John Romita Jr. He's overrated. Wolverine 28. Liking that cover though. I call him Mark Millar. That's probably wrong, but it's AR instead of ER. If it was ER, I would say Miller. I know a lot of people say Miller anyways. Wolverine 36. So some more Marvel Knights. One of my top favorite covers in the run right here. Still a dollar bin fodder or kind of book. Nothing key about it, but darn if that ain't sharp. Wolverine 37. That's slab worthy. Really is. So Daniel Way wrote this era of Wolverine. Wolverine 38. This is another cool cover. Look at that. Who's this cover artist? They signing their books. I don't know who did this cover, but Teixeira is the artist. I think of Mark Teixeira from the Braves. That's why I say Teixeira. I don't know if it's Teixeira or whatever. But yeah, sweet cover. Wolverine 38. And then here's a Wolverine 39. Now we're getting into the Civil War era. The source material is why I don't like Captain America Civil War. I mean, you had people like Wolverine in Civil War. Wolverine 44. The source material is fine. It's the movie I have a problem with because of the source material. I didn't clarify that, so just clarify that. Wolverine 48. There's Wolverine burned down to his adamantium skull. Skeleton, I should say. Here's an extra sized issue, so I'm glad I got this for $1. You could easily find this for $3 to $5 in the wild. Wolverine 49, I believe. Yes, Wolverine 49. Wolverine 59. I think his name is Mark. So Mark Guggenheim wrote this. Now we're on to Jason Aaron, who wrote a lot of Wolverine. Booty cover. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Mystique Issue 64. More Mystique. It must have been a huge arc with Mystique here in the 60s. Wolverine 65. And then here's Dark Wolverine. And to my knowledge, I don't know if this is the... I don't know if I have the first issue of where Wolverine becomes Dark Wolverine. But the reason why it changes its name is because not Damien. Wow, this is not Batman. Daken. I think Daken is the biological son of Wolverine. Like the half son, maybe. I don't know how you would be a half son of somebody. Yeah, so like X-23 is a test tube clone of Wolverine, even though I think Wolverine loosely claims her as a child. There's definitely a special relationship between X-23 and Logan. But this is where, I do know Dark Wolverine is where Daken takes over as Wolverine for a little while. And I'm interested to read it. That's Dark Wolverine 75. It's still in volume 3, though. So just keep that in mind if you're hunting Wolverine Volume 3, or you're hunting all the Wolverine ongoings. When you come to Dark Wolverine, just know that's the tail end. You're nearly at the end of collecting Volume 3. And it's just simply when Daken takes over. Dark Wolverine 77. Oh, I didn't say the number on this one. This is 76. Cool, Fantastic Four cover there. We'll skip 77. Just showed y'all that. Back to Mark Way again. Or Daniel Way, not Mark Way. Not everybody's name in comics is Mark. Dark Wolverine 78. Dark Wolverine 79. One of the cooler covers right here. Well, actually, not a cooler cover. Pulling on your heartstrings kind of cover. Wolverine 80. Wolverine looks cool in the background, but it just tugs on your heart. Here's a sexy cover. Man, oh man. I'd love to get my wife to dress up like Captain Marvel here. Dark Wolverine 81. Sexy cover. This confuses me. Daken is a bisexual character. That's neither here nor there. That is what it is. So I guess he's interested in women, but this just throws me for a loop because I tend to expect bisexual people to lean homosexual. But, you know, you're allowed to have a heterosexual relationship if you're bisexual. That's the point of being bi. Dark Wolverine 82. And you know, back on that Wolverine 81, he might just be friends with Captain Marvel. Nothing might have even come of it. I party fouled. I'm going to pause and come back to you. Alright, moving on. We got Dark Wolverine 83. Dark Wolverine 84. And then, last but not least, Dark Wolverine 86. So, I really filled in a lot of holes. I think I have at least one issue in every set of 10. So, like, I have at least one issue from 1 to 10, one issue from 11 to 20, 11 to 19, one issue from 20 to 29, one issue from 30. I at least have one issue in every set of 10 in Wolverine Volume 3 now. I'm actually kind of glad I spent most of my hunting. I'm glad I spent most of the budget on this run. This is going to take me longer to hunt than Wolverine Volume 4. Because, you know, obviously, I've said it before, I'm almost done. I have 4 freaking issues to go to complete Wolverine Volume 2. And so this is the big run, Volume 3, the big run that I have to hunt now. And so I'm glad I found a lot of it in the dollar bins. It's gonna make the hunt a lot cheaper in the long run. And then last we have Wolverine Volume 4. I have Volume 5 and 6 already collected. I read those as they came out on the shelves. And then Wolverine Volume 7 is currently on the shelves now. And I have Volume 1, the Frank Miller, Chris Claremont miniseries already collected. I've said this before, but just in case, you know, I've noticed my subscriber count has ticked up. So I'm just saying this for you new guys. Sorry to be beating a dead horse for you older viewers. This is the only number 1 I don't have. That number 1 is a unicorn in the wild for some reason. I imagine it's not a dollar book, and I'm okay with that. I'd pay $5 for Wolverine number 1, Volume 4. But nevertheless, Wolverine number 9, loving these early Volume 4 covers. I just love the aesthetic. Wolverine number 11. These are quite possibly my favorite covers of any Wolverine run. These early Wolverine Volume 4 covers. I just love that art. So they signed their name, but I could not tell you who did the covers. I'd have to get on my CLZ app and find it from there. This is where the aesthetic changes. It's 13, so somewhere between 13 and issue 16, the aesthetic changes. That kind of reminds me of the Wolverine anime that's on Netflix, which is kind of good. I would recommend if you don't even have to be into anime. If you just are cool with animation and you like the character Wolverine, give it a shot. If you're an anime fan, definitely recommend it. It's a pretty good anime. Wolverine 18. Wolverine 20. And then Wolverine Volume 4 doesn't end at 20. It just reverts back to the legacy numbering at this point. So just don't be confused. It was my understanding that it actually goes back to Volume 2 continuity. But as I understand legacy numbering more, I don't think it actually goes back to Volume 2 numbering, even though that was my original understanding. I think it just continues Volume 4. It just picks up the legacy numbering, where it would be if Wolverine had never rebooted. I don't know the issue. I think issue 300 maybe starts the legacy numbering, but nevertheless, here's Wolverine 302. I could be wrong. It's somewhere in the 300s, so it starts the legacy numbering. Wolverine 306. I like this cover. It's quirky. It doesn't blow my mind or melt me away, but I like the concept. It's quirky. I like it. Wolverine 307. You know, I feel silly. I met Cullen Bunn in person. He called me out by name. We shared a little moment. Humble flex. Took a picture with him. Got several autographs for free. Didn't even charge. Great guy. I had no idea that he wrote, at least in arc, in Wolverine, in this run. And I owned the books. So, sad I didn't get him to sign some Wolverine stuff. Wolverine 309. I thought that was Darkseid when I initially saw it, but this is Marvel, so I'm going to assume this is Apocalypse, maybe. I would say either Apocalypse or Thanos. I don't know. I'm not read up on my Wolverine. I'm not really read up on my Marvel, to be honest, guys. This is a really cool cover. I wouldn't hate on somebody if they slabbed this one. This is Wolverine 310. And Jeff Loeb wrote these issues, by the way. Wolverine 311. Yeah, I think Volume 4's got the best art across the board. Even when the aesthetic changes in the late teens, it's really nice to look at. And then these covers, the 300s, man. Wolverine 313. And then I think at 314, Cullen Bunn comes back, but I already had 314, so I picked up 315. Cullen Bunn's back. Wolverine 316. I really like this cover. I like covers with bad weather on them. And then Wolverine 317. And that concludes 99% of my haul. Again, I'm within four issues of one of my biggest original collecting goals I set for myself over 9 years ago. Completing Wolverine Volume 2, which has expanded into every Wolverine Legacy ongoing. And I'm plugging away at it. I'm chipping away at it. You see, I got a lot of Volume 3 and Volume 4 in this haul. But I'm getting there. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know if I don't know if there's any huge books in Volume 3 and 4. But I know there's a lot of like $5 and $10 books in there, and that adds up. It makes it hard to have a big haul with those volumes at any given time. But I'm plugging away at it. I'm staying consistent, and I hope for those of you people out there that do collect runs, stay focused. You can do it. You can complete these runs. I got lucky with Volume 2. I got in real early, and I grabbed up most of the big books before they reached $20, $25, $30. So that's part of it. You know, I paid like $8 for Wolverine. Is it 85 or no? Is it 88? The first fight between Wolverine and Deadpool. But yeah, I'm still finding books that are marked up on eBay and the internet for cheap in the wild. So don't lose hope. Don't give up the hunt. You can complete these runs, guys. No matter if it's a huge character with big keys or not. Now, obviously, Detective Comics, Batman, Superman, like a Golden Age run or like a Fantastic Four, if you didn't get in early, like, probably not going to finish that run. Let's just be realistic. But I believe with Bronze Age runs, I'm fixing to complete Mr. Miracle Volume 1. Got 2 issues to go. With these Copper Age runs, they're still cheap enough out there, guys, that you can collect these runs if you didn't have the opportunity to get in early before some of these books started jumping into the $30 to $50 price range. I got one more book to show you guys. I'm very, very proud of this book. I can't wait to get it into some Mylar. I might do that as soon as I cut off the video. Let's just go ahead and throw it up here. Howard Duck 1. I found it for 15 bucks. Now, I'm gonna show you guys. The condition is shoddy. I mean, here, I'm gonna take it out of the bag. Where's Oh Fortuna playing? La 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 la. I feel like I need to play that stuff when I bare hand like a significant book. So yeah, you can just see how shoddy that spine is. Oh yeah, I'm getting some great focus here. Come on, phone, focus, focus, focus. Great. You guys are getting to see this cover. The phone's not focusing. And then I'll turn it to the back side. Yeah, you can see there's like dirt on it and stuff. I did ask, I thought of you guys in the community. I remembered to ask, you know, because I held this book and so yeah, definitely it's not like I got a 9.8 Howard the Duck 1 for $15. So, you know, let's keep it real here. The price was actually probably reasonable. And even on eBay, this is still a very affordable, I don't want to say undervalued, because Howard the Duck is a niche character. He's somebody that's only going to attract a certain kind of fan. Somebody like me. I don't have Ambush Bug readily available. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have Ambush Bug ready available, but somebody like me that, you know, I've even got first appearance of Ambush Bug, so I like dumb, goofy, stupid characters, and Howard the Duck's going to be, I feel like he's one of the originators of this type of character. Maybe not the OG, maybe not the Godfather, but I feel like Howard the Duck is one of those silly, stupid, like Roger the Rabbit, Captain Carrot, Ambush Bug type characters that really fits what I love in comics. And I finally got a number 1, paid 15 bucks, and the condition is in good enough condition that I'm proud to have it in the collection. But it's just shoddy enough that I don't mind barehanding this thing, and I'm probably gonna read it. I'm super excited. I got this. This was the book. Excuse me. This was the book that man, I saw this. I was at one of these vendors, and I was going through, and I just paused. You know, I saw some Howard the Duck. I must have passed number 1. I was like, oh, here's some Howard the Duck. I'm going to look for number 1, see if they got number 1. They did have number 1, pulled it out. And I'm just sitting here like, $15? Like, I'm buying this book if it's complete. And I thought of you guys. This is what I was going to say earlier, and I'm reminded. I thought of you guys in the community that say to ask questions about these books when you purchase them. I did ask the vendor. I was like, is this a complete book? That's all I wanted. Is this a complete book? Or does it have any major rips on it? If it doesn't have any major tears, there's nothing like torn out of the book. You know, there's not like a corner like destroyed. I was impressed with what I was seeing in this bag enough. And they, you know, I was trying to be kind. I was like, you know, could you or somebody over this stock, like, could you take the book out of the bag to show me that it's complete? He was like, well, you can take the book out of the bag if you want. I'm pretty sure it's complete. I'm pretty sure it's not damaged. But, you know, if you really want like a clean copy, he pulled out one for like 50 bucks. And I was like, you know, I wouldn't hate paying 50 bucks for a crispy Howard the Duck 1, but this one right here for 15 bucks, I'd have so much more money left to go hunt other books at this convention. So pull the trigger, you know, because I mean, I'm getting myself into Howard the Duck. I don't know anything about him. He's a character I'm very interested in, and man, I got Howard the Duck number 1. I need the first appearance. I need to hunt down that It's a Man-Thing book. It's 120, I think. The first appearance of Howard the Duck. I need to get that book next. I need to get my my big Howard the Duck books covered, and then I can just casually hunt Howard the Duck as I find him in the wild. Oh, and I'd like to show you one more thing. I did get that TMNT 7 signed. Let me get this stack off that TMNT 7. I'm having a heart attack just now realizing all these books are on top of it. All right, here it is. I got it signed. Kevin Eastman, baby. TMNT 7, the origin of the Turtles. I talked about this book and what Kevin Eastman said in the panel on the vlog part 2, so I won't go into that, but yeah, here's the proof. I got it signed. If you want to hear a little bit more about the book, about the origin of the Turtles, about my experience with Kevin Eastman, just head on over to the vlog, the Huntsville Comic and Expo vlog part 2. Hope you enjoyed this haul, guys. I went over 36 minutes on a vlog series. I was trying to just cut down into chunks, but again, that's why I parted out this haul, because it was huge. All the money I spent on Wolverine was massive. It was the most fun I had hunting in a long time. I will say the book, I passed on one book. I looked at several books and I was like, just put it back. Like, yeah, I'm hunting this book, but priority ain't there, whatever. I found one book that I held in my hand and I was like, I should probably buy this book. But for whatever reason, it was just in the back of my head, don't make that purchase. Just put it back. And it was a crispy copy. It was Shazam 1. The first Shazam at DC Comics. Probably never going to own a first Shazam. He's a Golden Age hero. That book, and a missing copy, a missing cover grade of that book would be thousands of dollars probably. So that'll never happen, but I was holding first Shazam at DC in my hands. It was $20, and I'd already bought that Howard the Duck 15, and I was thinking about, I just kept thinking about, well, I could put this back and potentially find it cheaper, because it's still, for some reason, this book, I think it goes to show that people aren't reading their books, maybe. I feel like only the hardcore Shazam fans know about that book and care about it. So maybe that's why the price is still low. But, yeah, put it back. So something just kept telling me, try to find it cheaper than $20. And let's use this $20 for more books today. Because that was that's kind of the goal. I've just been hyper focused. Let's focus on quantity instead of quality at this moment, so we can fill these runs, complete these runs, and then as I'm completing goals, I can move on towards the bigger books. Like Howard the Duck's the exception. I paid for Howard the Duck, but I just felt like that was too juicy of a price to pass up. That $20 Shazam one, like, fair deal, fair market value, but I didn't feel like it was a steal. I didn't feel like it was a price I just couldn't walk away from. I almost went 40 minutes on this thing. If you have watched the entire haul, thank you very much for watching my content. Hope you enjoyed this whole vlog series. I apologize for not recording anything at the con. I fully intended on talking about experiences at the con, little 5-minute clips or whatever, true vlog style, but it was just too loud. My ADD was everywhere. I was trying to get to books and just ended up forgetting to film. But I made up for it and shared my experience in the vlog part 2. Until next time.